Good evening, race fans. This is Marty Uren for the North American Grand Prix Thursday Night GT Series. And with me tonight in the booth is John Wathen. How you doing, John? Hi, John. How you doing?
Doing well, Marty. How are you?
Ooh, let me adjust your volume. Hold on. Okay, John, give me a mic check.
How we doing?
Hey, that's way better. Doing good. So where are we tonight?
I believe we are in Austria. A1 or Red Bull Ring.
I know it's something called Red Bull, so yeah, this is one of the modern Grand Prix tracks, and I did catch some news early on that there were going to be some special considerations for track limits tonight.
Yep, there's a lot of runoff areas, so turns 7 and 8, which are the last two, will be reviewed for drivers going wide. I don't think they're going to worry about turns 1 and 2, or maybe it's turn 3 at the end of the first long straightaway.
Well, we're in qualifying right now, and we're just getting our first flying laps in. Looks like David Poole has jumped up to the provisional pole with a 128.4. And just looking at sector.
Yeah, David's looking good.
Yeah, I was eavesdropping in the garage pre-race kind of thing, and David and his fill-in teammate were sounding a little frustrated with trying to get up to speed, but so far so good.
Yeah, maybe that the McLaren may not have the acceleration that some of the other cars have, which is important on these. There's 3 pretty slow turns on this circuit, so acceleration's pretty important.
Yeah, long uphill pulls are definitely pays a premium for just pure power to weight.
Yeah, I would think a lot of these guys are running different, very different aero settings tonight too, because this track, you know, sometimes you can run pretty low aero settings, I guess, if you practice enough with it, and but some of these guys tend to run pretty high aero settings all the time, so I bet there's a big difference.
Yeah, I'm looking at sector times, and usually early on in the qualifying session you start to see some green sectors, meaning they're up on the pole time, but I'm not seeing any as we speak, and David Poole continues to hold on to provisional pole, followed by Christian Sanchez, and Kevin Kirkbride is up there in third.
Yeah, Kevin's looking pretty quick. I expect those Bentleys to be, you know, one of the best cars for this track.
Yeah, that power to weight again. He's equal on his, David Poole's equal on his best time in the first sector so far.
We got a few guys carrying weight tonight. Looks like Ronnie Suarez for winning last week's carrying 30 kilos. Or, no, actually, Luis carrying 40 kilos for winning. Ronnie's got 30. And Aaron Parsons is carrying 20. And we've got, let's see, John Houston's making a sub. He's subbing tonight in Mercedes for Thomas Schubeck. He's got 40. This is his first race of the season, I believe. Looks like John McIntyre's carrying 40. Not sure why. And Andrew Adamson, a new racer with us, is carrying 40 kilos. And welcome, Andrew.
Yeah, it's good to see some new names out there every week. We must be doing something right.
Andrew, I tell you what, I looked at the stats. He's done 300 laps of practice for this race.
Who is that again?
His name is Andrew Adamson. He's in the BMW M6.
Well, I guess you could say he will be among the best prepared for this race. It's good to see new drivers taking their debut effort seriously here at NAGP, because as I'm sure he's already noticed, it's not lacking in depth of competition.
Yeah, absolutely not.
In the meantime, we see John Ludden has jumped up to provisional pole, and I see Christian Sanchez is, he was even in the first sector, dropped a couple tenths in the second sector, so he's in the ballpark for pole position as we speak.
Well, looks like he pulled it into the pit.
Yes, he did. Must have been a boo-boo out there someplace. I see Chris Moses 2/10
Suarez. Oh yeah, Suarez is even.
Yeah, we're watching Chris Moses and his blue and white Mercedes looking really smooth.
And sounding mean as always.
Who, Chris or the Mercedes?
Mostly the Mercedes.
Yeah, just for our viewers that may not be totally familiar with the cut rules here at NAGP, generally the base rule is apex. A cut of the apex of a turn is all four wheels inside of the striped curbing. So liberal use of the curbs are acceptable.
Yep. Yeah, you just don't want to run wide tonight.
Now we just watched Chris run very wide on the exit of turn 1 up onto those yellow curbs outside. You know what the rule is on the exit curbing?
Yeah, there's going to be no review for that first turn or the next hard right. At least no review for running wide, because of those big yellow, I like to call them banana curbs. They're just so dangerous that I feel like the competition committee feels like you're not really going to gain any time going out there.
Yeah, they tend to be their own penalty. You see David Poole 2/10 up, and he's in second position at the moment. I think he wants that pole back.
Yeah, Chris's lap jumped him up to third.
Little inside lockup there for David Poole, entering that fast sweeper.
Well, it's kind of a strange course. There's only 2 left-hand turns. You can actually, some of these guys probably set up the car to go around right-hand turns a little bit quicker.
Yeah, if you're into asymmetric setups, this looks like a track where that may benefit. David comes across the line here, and no improvement.
Now this track was raced in the 60s and probably earlier than that as the Ostrich Ring. Did you ever see any races from back in those days?
Not personally at the track, but I do recall some Grand Prix races there.
Yeah, I believe it was kind of like Hockenheim. It was a much larger track, and it was cut down to, let's see, to probably a third or a half of its original size for safety reasons.
Yeah, and there's always that debate, safety versus, performance challenge. And modern motorsports has obviously evolved to the point where all practical safety considerations have to be applied in the interest of keeping the drivers alive and well for the next race. And but we have somewhat on the Monday night Lotus 72 championship and honoring those wild and crazy dangerous days with some of the tracks we're running, like last week.
That's true. Are you done celebrating from last week, Marty?
Oh, yes and no. I mean, obviously, come on, John. You and I were both the beneficiaries of an unusually high level of attrition. But that takes nothing away from our ability to bring it home.
That's right. Yeah, Marty and I finished second and third last week on Monday night at Spa, 1966 version. So it was intense. It felt good to be back up on the podium after a long dry spell for me.
Yeah, likewise. But just for our viewers, what we're referring to is an old school original configuration, very high speed track at Spa, compared to in contrast to the modern GT or Formula One Grand Prix version. And those old tracks, the white lines did actually matter. They were the limits of the track, and beyond that, you were risking death, quite frankly, with the lack of safety barriers, the lack of runoff, and the extreme high speeds. So one of the most thrilling and terrifying sim racing experiences I've ever had. So you'll forgive John and I if we take a moment to brag. Back to the racing tonight. See, David Poole is a 10th up in the first sector, currently in second. So David's been very close to getting that pole back, and he's trying to eke out those last couple of tenths of a second that will make all the difference with 11 minutes to go in qualifying.
Yeah, looking pretty good here. I see Kevin Kirkbride's actually got back up into third position.
And David's looking very smooth here, although it looks like he lost 5 tenths in the second sector. That's going to hurt him. A total of one.
Yeah, he must have had a big problem.
Yeah, a total of 1 second. Also, to be clear, something I just learned recently I didn't initially understand. When looking at these sector times, they are accumulative, not individual for those sectors. So a tenth up in the first sector and 6 tenths down means he lost 5. And third sector total 1. That means he lost 9 tenths from the first sector time. So yeah, accumulative.
Yeah, I see Ronnie Nunez has gotten it up into third.
Hey, didn't you say Ronnie's carrying quite a bit of weight?
No, that's Ronnie Suarez. Nunez has no weight tonight.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, Kevin Kirkbride is 2 tenths up in the first second, even in the second. So he's a threat for pole here. That big black Bentley obviously loving the speeds, and Kevin gets himself back up into third. Yeah, for a car that looks like it's designed for a leisurely cruise on a Sunday afternoon, these Bentleys have proven to be a very effective race car. Yeah, Chris Moses is 3 tenths up, currently in 6th place. See, Aaron Parsons is struggling down there in 14th. He's only 2 tenths down in the first sector.
Chris is still about even.
8/10 total down from the second sector. But this should move him up.
Well, Moses goes up one position to 5th. Kirk rides up.
And Kevin moves up to 2nd. And Ronnie Nunez 4/10 up in the first sector, so he's looking to improve from the 4th position.
I'm showing him 2/10 up, so we'll call it 3.
Okay. And 2/10 up in the second sector, which means he basically lost 2/10. So he's definitely there if he just gets this third sector nice and clean.
That looked good.
Yeah, he was very early on the power out of the last turn. And improves to 3rd. Lost a little in that 3rd sector.
I'm a little surprised. He didn't really go wide at all in the last 2 turns.
Meanwhile, John Ludden
Maybe the next round.
Yeah, John Ludden in the provisional poll continues to improve slightly. Well, looking down here, currently in 15th is Trevor Snowden, and he's a second down through the second sector. But if he holds that, he's gonna improve. Yeah, I see David Poole.
Jeremy Bryant up to 6th.
Yeah, David Poole's gone green in the first sector. And he holds it to 2/10 through the second sector. Lost 2/10, which is enough to keep him where he is. Chris Moses is even through the second sector from 5th position. Goes very wide out of the last turn. And loses 5/10 to keep himself in 5th.
Jeremy Bryant's even after the second sector. Oh, it's a little squirrely out of the last turn. And didn't finish that.
And David Poole is 2/10 up in the first again.
Kirkrad's coming up to the last couple corners. Even.
Show a little in-car here for from David Poole's steering wheel. Give you a view of how important the good use of the curbs are here at Red Bull.
Oh, Kevin's second place. He stays in second, but only by 1/100th of a second.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool to see that black Bentley up there on pole, but currently he's on the front row.
No improvement for David. Chris is going to the last corner.
Chris Moses,
fourth.
yeah, moves to fourth. Yeah, that last turn is real pucker city, I guess.
See, Ian was even in the first sector on his last lap. He's back in 12th. We lost it all in the third sector.
Yeah, we're exiting pits with Chris Moses right now, and this you get a good view of how long and steep here at the end the longest straightaway is, and then hard braking into a very tight right-hand turn here, all the way down to second. Notice that yellow
Ian's
curbing.
Back, even.
Up to sixth gear coming into this another tight right-hander. Has a slight banking to it here. And then we get up here into these fast sweepers. Flat as a pancake, very slippery. And then we're uphill.
Only a 10th down through 2.
Uphill again. Take lots of curve there on the right. Straighten that turn out. Then we get to the highest point of the track, and it starts to drop very steeply. And coming up to that last tricky turn.
I think Ian jumped up to 8th.
Chris was a little late on the throttle there. That could really kill your the beginning of your lap on this straightaway. If you get too wide in the exit of that turn 1, you just can't get on the power of the car. There's no grip. It's like Chris has managed to 10th up in the first sector.
These guys are going faster and faster. Ludden's even through 2. No improvement for Ludden.
Moses is 10th up overall through the second sector here. Crosses the line 3/10 down, so no improvement. That gave you a little view from what it looks like behind the steering wheel here at Red Bull.
Nunez is down a 10th in the first sector.
Yeah, we're seeing lots of green sectors here. It's just that fourth sector is the killer. Or that last turn is, I think, the killer. That's where people are not able to match what John Ludden has done overall.
Ronnie got a little bit loose, bailed out.
Yeah, he was green and green.
Here comes Ludden, trying to improve. Oh, and he does. Knocks a 10th.
I've got 0, 0, and 0.
He's actually a little slower
For Ludden. That's consistency.
Yeah.
Okay, checkered flag is out. Qualifying is ended. Everybody's on their last lap. And qualifying has ended.
Yeah, John Ludden takes pole.
So let's do a quick rundown here. I'll start. On pole tonight is John Ludden. Kevin Kirkbride is in second. Third is Ronnie Nunez. Fourth is Chris Moses. Fifth is David Poole. Sixth is Jeremy Bryant. Seventh is Christian Sanchez. Eighth is Cobus de Villers. Sorry about that. Ninth is Ian Jolicoeur, and 10th is Martin Walters.
And 11th, Ronnie Suarez. 12th, Al Merrimon. 13th, Aaron Parsons. 14th, Bjorn Heyman. 15th, Trevor Snowden. 16th, Andrew Adamson. Not too bad, Andrew, for your first try. 17th, David Zahn. 18th, Abe Wozniak. 19th, Jesse Olson. And 20th, Iggy Chiordia.
21st is John Houston. And 22nd, Mike Monahan. 23rd, Gregory Myers. 24th, John McIntyre. 25th, Oscar Gomez. And 26th, oh, that's your field. Your broadcaster's obviously bringing up the rear.
There should be some pretty close racing in this at this track. It's not the widest track around, and there's a lot of tight turns.
Yeah, it's one of those tracks, I think, where patience will prevail. That under pressure, it doesn't take much of a mistake to get a run on somebody here. And there's good passing opportunities. Reasonably good in turn 1. Turn 2 is real tight. A good braking area. Turn 3 is the same. So there will be opportunities for the fast and the patient.
So, what do you think? You think Ludden's going to be able to get that win tonight?
Yeah, John looks like he's in control tonight. He was fast. He's consistent. The car looks, balanced and stable. He looks confident. I'm not betting against him.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't bet against him. Nice to see Kevin Kirkbride up there. I'm not sure his best finish, but don't believe he's had a top 5 yet.
Yeah, Kevin seems to be improving week to week to week since he joined the league here recently, kind of thing. So it's always good to see dedication and the improvement that it brings.
See what the Super Sub Ian can do from 9th in Andrew's car again.
Yeah, and then we have the usual suspects up there at the top. Ronnie Nunez, Chris Moses, David Poole. Jeremy Bryant is inserted himself there in the top 10. So, yeah, it should be a good race.
So kind of surprised to see Aaron and Al. Oh, and Ronnie. Well, Ronnie's carrying 30 kilos. Aaron's 20. But Al, no weight, 12th position. See him work himself up through the pack.
Yeah, Al's had some very good runs here in the top 10 and even in the top 5 earlier in the season. So, yeah, if they've got it figured out, you can expect to see them improve.
I've often heard you talk about one of your old favorite drivers from decades ago, Mark Donahue. This is the track that actually where he lost his life.
Oh, is that right? Yeah, was that? Yeah, oh, yeah, it was in a Can-Am car, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's right about the time they moved from the Trans Am Pony Car Series, where he drove the Camaro for Roger Penske. And they were stepping up to the Can-Am prototypes, and those things were beasts.
Yeah, definitely.
And it speaks to...
Back in the day, they were faster than the Formula One cars, weren't they?
Well, they were basically an unlimited class. Unlimited engine, unlimited chassis. I think the few rules they had that said there had to be room for a passenger seat and a small luggage device. And the rest of the car design was pretty much open. Yeah, that was the heyday of wide open engineering in motorsports. So you had like 500 cubic inch big block aluminum Chevrolets and tube frame and aluminum monocoque cars. It was the dawn of aerodynamics. Jim Hall with his high and strange wings and so on. Looks like we're getting ready to go here.
Well,
Lights are on.
let's hope it's a good, clean start. Oh, Chris got a great start. Kevin just got swamped.
So John Ludden has gotten into the lead from the pole. Ronnie Nunez slips into second.
Not sure if you have to remove your car from the track, Marty, but I saw it was still out there.
Done.
Walters got a little wide in the sand, lost a couple positions. Oh man, Kevin Kirkbrad's all the way back into 12th. He had a problem at the start. I hope he didn't accidentally jump the start.
With the pit penalty, I don't think he'd be in 12th.
Well, I mean, he would have to, if he did roll a little bit, he'd have to do a drive-through. Nope, he passed the pit, so.
Oh, is that the jump start rule? Is a drive-through?
Yep. You get black flag, then have to just have to drive through the pit.
Looks like Abe Wozniak has had a coming together with the scenery. He's pitting as we speak here for some early repairs on the first lap. And up front, John Ludden stretches his lead, looking really good. Followed by Ronnie Nunez, Chris Moses, and David Poole.
Suarez and Jolicoeur made up several spots in 5th and 6th, or 6th and 7th, excuse me.
Yeah, we're on board with Ronnie Suarez in 7th here, running behind Ian Jolicoeur and Christian Sanchez. 3 McLarens and an Audi in his rearview mirror, which is Jeremy Bryant.
Yeah, followed by the 2 Porsches, teammates Al and Eric. Al's up about 3 or 4 spots from the start.
Yeah, Ian up ahead just wagged the tail a little bit coming out of the last turn. That gives Jeremy a run. And, or Ronnie. Ian locks up, goes very wide. That's all Ronnie Suarez needs to, with his momentum, to go by. The question is he going to bring Jeremy Bryant with him?
Yeah, unfortunately, Ian had to decided to give the inside line to Ronnie, and well, he was able to hold off Jeremy somehow.
Yeah, he's forced Ronnie to go defensive. Ronnie swings wide, and Ian takes that position back. Some really good racecraft here. Yeah, Jeremy Bryant's looking very racy here. It's just that he's just not finding the opportunity to get a clean move here. And he's got a mirror full of Porsches from Al Merrimon and Aaron Parsons. Looks like Al Merriman's got a run here. And Al takes the position from Jeremy with his teammate Aaron Parsons right on his quarter. And behind him, Kevin Kirkbride looking to charge from back up to where he qualified. We don't know what put him back, but it doesn't seem to have hurt his pace.
Taking a look at the tires, it looks like Aaron is on softs. Everybody else in the top 14 are on mediums.
So Aaron's got a nose under Kevin here. Or Kevin's got a nose on the outside. No change of position at the moment. And behind them in 12th, Martin Walters showing good pace. Staying right with this group. Good to see the Corvette showing some good pace. It's been a while. And that's spoken from as a Ford man. So there you go.
Corvette's always been one of my favorite to drive in sims. And I actually don't really like them.
Oop, let's see an Audi. An Audi in the background just is spun. I don't know who that was.
Yeah. I believe it was Bjorn.
Yeah, Bjorn Heyman. He was.
Yeah, that was Bjorn.
Yeah. Oh, I'm seeing the Martin Walters Corvette does have some body damage, so.
Ludden's out to a 3.8 second lead.
It looks like the field's starting to settle down here a little bit, and except for Aaron Parsons is looking to get around his teammate.
Yeah, he's a little quicker.
Well, if he's on soft tires, I would expect him to be early in this stint.
Yeah, he's carrying 20 kilos there, so.
Yeah. What do you think, John? Is this one of his infamous two-stop strategies?
Well, it could be, but he's not really making up much time. He's only up 2 or 3 positions from the start.
And he's just holding his own to his teammate ahead and Kevin Kirkbride behind. Yeah, right now this seems to be one of the closer battles. I see back here 14th, 15th, Trevor Snowden and
Cobus to the lead.
Oh, we got on board with Cobus just in time to see a spin here, so don't know what it led up to that. I know they were running very close together. Oh, and while we were away from that, Aaron Parsons looks like he's cleared his teammate. And in the process, looks like Kevin Kirkbride has gotten up in the mix. So they obviously slowed each other up while they changed positions, and Kevin was able to take some advantage there. It's a very tricky situation when you're running close to your teammate and you've got competition behind you, and you want to let your faster teammate by, but trying to do so in a manner that doesn't slow both of you up to let somebody from behind get an advantage is tricky business.
Yeah. It's tough on a track like this too. I mean, if you give one person just a little run, they've got some long straightaways that can carry that momentum all the way to.
Yeah, we're on board here with Martin Walters in the Corvette, following this group. It's like Aaron Parsons is opening a gap here very quickly from this group.
Chris is putting some pressure on Ronnie up front. Followed closely by David Poole.
Yeah, we're on board with Moses right now. Wow, and Ludden's gap to second place is now 5 seconds. Of course, like I was saying, when you start, mixing it up, it slows everybody's pace down, and that gives people ahead and people behind an advantage. So you've got to, if you're going to make a position change, you've got to do it as quickly and smoothly as possible, and it doesn't always quite work out that way. Ooh, Nunez was a little loose coming off that turn. It's like he's loosened that Porsche up quite a bit in order to get where he is. The question is he going to be able to hang on to it?
I think Ronnie will manage.
Yeah, if anybody can, Ronnie has showed us some a level of performance that has always consistently been at the top of this group. Dropping back in board here.
Right up on.
Yeah, with David Poole. Just taking a moment here to check out the countryside. This is a beautiful countryside here to the Red Bull Ring. But I'm sure the drivers are not fully appreciating it at the moment.
It was very well done by Kunos. Got Aaron back there. One of the closest battles on the track.
Oh, we just saw Chris Moses disappear, spinning out of turn 1. He's got it pointed straight ahead. He's dropped back to 6, and he's got a freight train coming up behind him here. Ronnie Suarez gets around, Jeremy Bryant gets around, Aaron Parsons is coming.
Well, I wonder if he caught that big curve. He just got a little too loose.
We didn't catch it, but I do suspect so. Actually, I think we did catch it, but I was looking away at the running order at the moment, so I think a view of the replay will show that most likely just got a little too much curve and got the back end loose. Well, we got a lot of racing left. We're only 10 laps into a 47-lap race, so and pit stops to come. So there's still a lot of time for people to improve or not. Yeah, the good news for Moses is I don't think he made any contact, so his car should still be good.
Yeah, if he did make any contact, it was very minor.
And since the broadcaster finally learned how to do the swingman view here, we're taking a close-up look at Chris's car, and it's, I think you could call it pristine.
And Kevin Kirkbride just drafted and passed Aaron. Well, Aaron got a better run out of the turn and passed him back.
Yeah, but they're basically side by side. Aaron gives him room if he can get speed out of this turn. I think Aaron will hold on to it.
Yeah, Kevin's got nothing for those soft tires. At least not yet.
Yeah, exactly, yet. Yeah, and they're not that far behind Chris Moses at the moment, so looks like a couple of packs are about ready to join up here into a super pack.
Chris got a little squirrely again coming out of that corner.
Yeah, Jeremy Bryant, Chris Moses, and Aaron Parsons in 7th, 8th, and 9th. That has yet to be decided.
Things got pretty close after last week's race in the Drivers' Championship. Ronnie Suarez went up to first place at 85 points, followed by Luis Nieto's 79, and then the three guys at 75 and 74. You got Ludden, Poole, and Aaron Parsons, 75, 75, and 74 points. So tight race.
It looks like is it Adamson? He's
Andrew.
Yeah, he's got his BMW all fixed, and he's now back in 15th, looking pretty smooth. Probably able to improve here after whatever it was that bent his car up on the first lap.
Looks like Moses got around Suarez.
Yeah, we see moving a little farther back here, Iggy Jordia and Omar Gomez and the teammates in the Nissan running very close together here. Trying to make it side by side here up the main straight. It looks like we may have team orders. Yep, swap a position here, and Iggy Jordia takes over the 20th position. Okay, back up toward the front here. Yeah, Ian Jellicoe's quietly got himself up into 5th. So another typically superb run from what was probably not a terribly satisfying qualifying session, but making a good go of it here throughout the race.
Well, David Poole's got a run on Nunez and gets past.
Yeah, just caught the end of that.
Looks like they're trying to get around David Zahn, getting lap. David's already made one pit stop.
Looks like we've got another lap car ahead. Yeah, David Zahn slows into the first turn, lets the 2 leaders by.
Yeah, that's a good move there.
Yeah, I would have done a little earlier, but it all worked out. It's always frustrating when you're lapping a car and you're on the straightaway and he's got pretty much the same speed that you do, and it's like you're close and it's like you're almost alongside, and it's like, is he going to back off or not? And it's like, no, he's not going to back off, and it's like, oh shit, yeah, he is backing off. And by then it's like you're both trying to get through the turn. Yeah, pardon my French.
Well, we're about a third of the way through the race. Lots of good action.
Yeah, Adamson may be a lap down, but he's showing some pretty good speed here as the leaders come up to him.
Adamson's running in 13th. He's not a lap down. Might be the other BMW, Wozniak.
I stand corrected.
I think he actually hit it.
Yeah, it was Abe. Nevertheless, showing good speed and looking really smooth. It's unfortunate that whatever it was put him a lap down. Yeah, 8 pulls over well before the braking zone to let Al Merrimon by, so they can continue their pursuit of Jeremy Bryant. Looks like Aaron Parsons, Al's teammate up ahead, has got the inside line coming into turn 2 here. And we got
it looked like Jeremy got a little loose.
Yeah, they basically take turn 2 side by side and give each other plenty of room, and Parsons completes the pass, and now that's brought him back to Al Merrimon. So positions continue to swap here. Yeah, Merrimon comes right up on Bryant there in the braking area for turn 1, and now they're very close here. He's basically in the drafting position. Bryant's going to have to make a decision here. He stays to the fast line. Merrimon moves inside. And cleanly gets by. I love that arrow toe.
Love the look of those Porsches too. Love watching them race. Looks like things have kind of spread out a little bit for now.
Ooh, I think we just saw David Zahn spin in front of the leaders, crosses the track. Ooh, that looked close. I don't think there was any contact.
Yeah, David's having a little tough race. I think he had a spin early too and had to make a pit. Greg Myers back out there tonight. Switched cars. He's now in a BMW M6. Greg got his, I believe it was his first win at this track a few seasons ago, quite a few seasons ago.
Yeah, he's got Jesse Olsen in the Bentley in hot pursuit here. What happened to GT cars being small and delicate looking?
Nothing small about those two.
Yeah, they're beasts, but highly effective. Yeah, speaking of small and delicate, we're not seeing anybody running the Ferrari this week, do we?
I don't think so.
And BMW looks like their front end's bobbing quite a bit into those rippled braking zones. Yeah, one of the more frustrating aspects of some race circuits is right when you want the track to be the smoothest under your heaviest straight line braking, and it's got some severe rippling that just really plays hell with the brake balance and pedal modulation. But as they say, it's the same for everyone. This is a good battle here with Olsen and Myers. It's like Olsen has got alongside Greg and is inside. They're side by side here. Greg gives him a little nudge as he lets him by, saying, "There you go."
Yeah, Greg is Mr. Consistency. That's for sure. He just never makes a mistake.
And thus brings it home every time. In fact, the competition index, I think, is one of his most honored challenges. Which, for those who aren't aware, the competition index is a championship prize for completing the most laps throughout the season.
Which a slow guy like me could actually win.
Yep, I've got one myself.
I don't have one yet, but I'm working on it for Monday. I took the lead last week.
Well, keep it up, John. It's yours for the taking.
Yeah, anybody out there want to watch us on Monday night? This cutting race is going to be great. It's at Monza. No chicanes.
Ah, yes.
Should be a ball.
Another fast and dangerous old track. Nothing like last week, but still the old school track that is very fun. A lot of very much about carrying momentum, having a car balanced perfectly, and smooth and consistent execution.
Yeah, really looking forward to that. So it looks like Ian has pitted and is back in 11th.
Yep, we are approaching those pit stops. So
he's pulling that patented Jolicoeur move.
Yep.
Pitting early.
That undercut looks like Kevin Kirkbride is pitted also, as has Jesse Olsen in 16th. So keeping an eye on our leader here.
Kevin actually pitted on lap 14. I think he had an issue. So he's probably going to be in a two-stop situation now.
You're watching our leader John Ludden with almost 8-second lead at the moment. It looks like the contest for 5th place, Ronnie Suarez and Chris Moses, those guys are only about a car length apart. It's been that way for several laps. And a little farther back, El Miramon continues to keep pace with his teammate Aaron Parsons on the softer tire. Not too far behind them in 9th is Jeremy Bryant. So these guys are all showing really good, consistent pace here. It's just a matter of toughing it out, getting in and out of the pits as clean and fast as possible, and seeing how all this shakes out. So John Ludden has stayed out.
So Suarez has gone in along with Aaron. Jeremy Bryant stays out.
Yeah, Parsons just coming to a stop. Moses just coming out now, followed quickly by Sanchez. Not Sanchez, I'm sorry.
Suarez.
Yeah, Ludden's in the pits. David Poole's in the pits.
Along with Nunez, Sanchez, Marin. Yeah, I don't see any reason for anyone to stay out any longer than they are now, or after this.
Ludden is away. David Poole is away. Ronnie Nunez is away. Christian Sanchez behind him. Al Merriman's just coming in as we speak.
Looks like the gaps stayed about the same with your first 5.
Yeah, I didn't see any position changes or much change in the order of the gaps. So let's see how this is going to work out further back. It looks like Ronnie Suarez has lost some distance to Chris Moses in that contest for the 7th position. Yeah, Moses coming up on some lap traffic here that looks like Martin Walters has not pitted yet.
That's correct. It might be a close call. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I was wondering if that was. Yeah, Moses probably thought that.
Yeah.
He had already pitted.
I was going to say, if he planned on pitting that lap, he was not in a good position to do so. But it all worked out. Yeah, I'm not sure whether they.
Nothing little toilet paper won't take care of.
Yeah, a little change of underwear. I'm not sure they had rules on a pit entrance because it's so tricky here. I know it's always been a controversy in Formula One. You can't stay to the inside if you try to take the fast line on the approach to the pit in, and then you slow with someone close behind you. It's a formula for disaster. Looks like now that Moses and Suarez have cleared lap traffic here, Suarez is closing up that gap.
I noticed David Poole is he's cutting into Ludden's lead a little bit. Well, Ludden had a maybe a little bit slow stop.
Yeah, but you always have to ask yourself with that kind of lead and consistent first place, whether he's just simply playing it cautious. Well, there's one way to find out. We look at Ludden's lap times. His last lap was 1:30 on lap 26, and David Poole's was a 1:29.5. So there you go. That outlap may have been, it's obviously faster for Ludden than it was, or for David Poole than it was for John Ludden in first.
Yeah, and adding up the times, it looked like David gained about 1.5 seconds on the overall in and out laps.
It looks like one of our closest contests is Chris Moses and Ronnie Suarez in that for 6th place. Ooh, Moses gets a piece of that inside yellow curb on turn 1 and hung on to it nicely. But it's the kind of thing, if you're chasing a car, you really enjoy seeing, is that Chris has taken all the curbing he could possibly get away with in order to maintain that gap.
That makes me wonder if he's actually using the curb to turn the car a little bit in that first turn.
That's
I'd like to watch him the next lap.
Okay. Ronnie's got a front row seat for all of us here. Yeah, and both of them are on the limit there on the exit. And very close to the limit coming across that sweeper apex.
Didn't look like he hit the yellow, but it got as close as he could possibly get.
Yeah, last lap the back of the car did a little hop, but it didn't catch him out the way it did earlier when he had that spin that put him back where he is right now. Yeah, Suarez and Moses are very evenly matched here in lap times.
Looks like Walter's had an issue. His car is all banged up. He's already made his pit.
It looks like Ronnie and Chris are coming up on some more lap traffic here. So when you're running this close together, lap traffic can be your friend or can be your enemy.
Saw that Aaron and Al both set their fastest lap on this last lap.
Yeah, is Aaron still on the softs?
Yes, and then Al is on the softs now too. And they're the only ones on track on softs except for John Houston.
Yeah, it looks like that gap to the lead's come down a hair more. It's right around just below 6 seconds at the moment. But not coming down fast by any means, which leads me to believe John Ludden is comfortably managing his lead at the moment. You don't want it to come down much more more than that, because if you get slowed up unexpectedly with lap traffic, all of a sudden your competitor is all over your rear bumper. So I wouldn't want it any less than 5.
Yeah, I see Poole set the fastest lap of the race on lap 28 with a 29 flat.
Oh yeah.
Which is actually 2 tenths quicker than Ludden's fastest lap. So he does have a little pace on him.
Yeah, but look at Ludden's consistency. 28, 29, and 30 are all 129.4s. That's what makes the difference when the difference in the speed for lap potential is not that great.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, they always tell you in a driver training that, you know, speed is always good, but consistency wins races.
Wasn't Moses ahead of?
Yeah, I was just going to say, yeah, Suarez has got that 6th position from Moses.
Yeah, Chris had a 35.2 that last lap. He must have had a big moment.
Well, you can't blame it on the broadcaster this time. Because we were not watching.
Yeah, if you look at Ludden's times, check out the red laps. The red laps are ones that are, I think, 5% higher than, or slower than your other laps, maybe 10%, but the only 2 laps were the first lap and the out lap out of the pits. That's just amazingly consistent.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, we have to thank our current leader, John Ludden, for the development of this broadcast app that shows us all this cool data.
Yeah, same goes for Poole. His laps are the same. Only his first lap and the out lap are slow. And by slow, I don't even mean they're not very slow.
No, out laps.
It only takes about a second. Yeah. If you're a second off your fastest lap or so, or maybe 2 seconds.
Yeah, you have to kind of remember that your in lap includes slowing for the pits and part of the pits to the start finish line, and your pit out lap is your exiting the pits and accelerating back to speed. So they are relatively slow.
And even going back through the field, I'm looking at Trevor Snowden. I mean, he doesn't have the overall pace of the fastest guys, but his lap times look great, consistent.
Well, I've always been fascinated. The results data always shows a column for consistency in a percentage of whatever below 100%, and I know when I've felt like I've done a good race for the potential of my driving in the car, the results always show a relatively high consistency percentage in the results.
Yeah, I find that stat kind of fascinating.
Well, we're just kind of like looking back through the field here. Looks like Ronnie Suarez is closed up on Ian Jellicoe here. He's about a second and a half back. So this is shaping up for a battle for 5th place. After Suarez got around Moses, he seems to have been able to up the pace a bit.
That gap from 1 to 2 is below, or right at 5 seconds now.
Yeah, we're looking just turned 11 laps to go.
Looking at Ludden's lap times, he did a 29.8, 29.7, 29.6, 29.5 last 4 laps. The Poole's going even faster. He did a 29 flat the last lap.
I'm sure he's smelling a little blood here. He knows he's matching pace and he's not that far back. So, yep, you just have to put the pedal down and go for it. See what happens.
I mentioned to David before the race that I'd seen that Andrew Adamson had actually done close to 300 laps of practice, and I think David's reaction was, damn. And then he laughed and said, well, you know, if I'm surprised at the amount of laps, if I'm impressed, then you know that's a lot of laps, because David usually puts in a ton of practice. So if you watch this Andrew later, you know, keep it up, man.
Yeah, he's getting used to the cars that he's chosen, and who knows? Maybe he's getting used to a set of Corsa, you know, on top of it. Who knows? But obviously, he's doing a good job to this point. So, yeah, I'm watching the teammates here, Parsons and Merrimon, running in close proximity, and Al is pretty close to matching Aaron's pace at this point.
Yeah, if Andrew can hang on to where he is now, he's going to score a couple of points in his first race, which is impressive in its own. But, I mean, he's actually carrying 40 kilos, too.
Good
those
point.
40 kilos are probably worth a good second a lap.
Yeah, and at least 5 places in the normal running order.
Yeah, I mean, if you took off a second a lap, you'd be right up there around Aaron.
So I think we can look forward to some good performances from Mr. Adamson. So back up here with Jolicoeur and Suarez here. Looks like it continues to close up ever so slowly. You see Suarez's last 3 laps are 129.6, 129.6, and 129.9. And Jolicoeur's 130.2, 129.9, and 130.5. So yeah, Ronnie looks like he's showing pace here.
Yeah, that 29.9 was actually Ian's best lap too. So Ronnie's definitely got the pace on it.
Yeah, we're on board here with Ronnie at the moment, you know, watching this gap seesaw from brake zone to acceleration zone.
Yeah, we're going to have a pass attempt here coming up.
Yeah, both of them in McLarens. So comparable vehicle performance, and it's all about setup and driving. Yeah, looking back from Ian's wing now at the moment to the front of Ronnie's car, it's like, yeah, Ronnie's starting to catch a draft here. Yeah, I can see Ronnie's also carrying really good speed through those slow apex turns 2 and 3.
Might be a little frustrating for Ian driving the same car and knowing Ronnie's carrying 30 kilos and he's being caught and going to be passed.
Well,
not something he's used to.
Yeah, in Ian's defense, though, I mean, he's Mr. Super Sub. He's been jumping from car to car, so Ronnie's been driving that McLaren all season. He's pretty much got it dialed into his liking by now. So Ian's just out there to gain some points for a team with a member that has to be absent tonight. And we know where Ian rates when it comes to the scale of pre-race preparation.
Yeah, he definitely gets faster as the race goes along. Might be good to point out, Ian also is a little bit he races a little different than most of the guys in the league, in that he actually drives, he doesn't left foot brake. which means the setups a lot of times don't really, if he's subbing, he relies on someone else to do the setup. They don't really equate to the most potential out of the car for him.
Yeah. Ian's one of the few that's still right foot brakes, and as my longtime Monday night teammate, okay, we see Ronnie's got a run on him now on the outside, and Ian's defending to hold that position. So it's getting down to crunch time here with about, 6 laps to go. What I was going to say is my longtime Monday night teammate, have been in the habit of sending him setups that had been reasonably helpful for him, but as a left foot braker and a substantially different driving style otherwise, especially when we move to these formula cars that we're running now, open wheelers. Ian seems to be doing just fine on his own with his own setups these days. Now you can tell Ian's pushing that car. You get a momentary tire smoke from the inside front wheel under braking. So it's not like he's not trying.
Yeah, if you can hold him off for these next 6 laps, I'll be impressed.
In fact, they're not too far behind Christian Sanchez. I thought Sanchez had a better gap on him.
Well, he's running consistent mid-30s. He hasn't had an off or anything.
Yeah, Ian and Ronnie are running toward the low 30s. Yeah, that's why they're actually catching Sanchez.
I see Greg just put in his personal best during the race, which goes to show what kind of a qualifier he is.
I think Greg is. I've heard him say he doesn't consider himself the best qualifier, but he always gains lots of places during a race.
Yeah, his fastest lap there was a good 1.5 seconds quicker than his first 15-20 laps.
Well, personally, I've always been most satisfied with my performance in a given race if I finish anything higher than where I qualified.
Well, I'm not a very good qualifier, and when I finish finish higher than I qualified.
Yeah, when you finish, of course.
Yeah. I haven't had a DNF in over a season, so.
Really, good job.
Yeah, DNF's not really my initials as much as most people around here think they are.
What's that?
I think some of the guys think my initials are DNF.
Oh. Yeah. Well, once you get a reputation, it's hard to live it down, but it looks like you're well on your way to doing that. Oh, we see Ian and Ronnie in traffic now. This is going to get interesting. Ian gets by. Now they got a lap car separating him. Yep, Ronnie comes to the inside, brakes really late in order to clear himself. That's some pretty savvy driving there from everybody concerned. Sanchez up ahead has cleared a lap car.
Pointed out in the chat, wondering what happened to Aaron. It looks like he's made a couple of mistakes. On lap 38, he did a 32.4, and on lap 41, he did a 35.6.
Oh yeah, he's dropped to 11th.
Probably a spin.
Yeah, no doubt. He's now
I don't see any damage.
Yeah, 2 places behind his teammate Al. Okay, Ian's got more lap traffic here. Lap traffic moves clear. Yeah, I think this is going to become a 3-way McLaren battle for the 4th place.
Looks like we've got just over 2 laps to go. And the gap up front is still over 4 seconds.
Yeah, Suarez is really putting the heat on Ian now. It's less than a car length here.
Yeah, Ian's doing a good job holding him off, because clearly Suarez has got the pace on him.
Does appear so.
Well,
Whoa, that was pretty
I
close.
thought maybe he'd have him there.
Yeah, nope. Ian gave him room and just carried more speed with minor wheel lockup. And that was well done. Yeah, that lap car kind of forced Ian wide and forced Ronnie in tight, and compromised both of them probably equally.
Looking back a little bit, Al is right on Kevin's rear there.
Yep, we picked that up. Looks like Martin Walters and Jesse Olsen are still slugging it out after all these laps. About a car length apart here with a lap to go. So there's close action all the way through the field, front to back. It looks like Walters is trying to get around the outside here. They're about side by side here, and it's like a little bit of contact going the second to last turn, but they both hold it together nicely.
Ludden's taking the white flag, and he's just kind of cruising. 3.5 second lead.
Yeah, he's in management mode, obviously in control of the pace here at the front.
Looks like he's got to deal with 1 lap car maybe before the end of the lap, and that'll do it. Oh, that's good for Suarez and Jellicoe. Oh, and Ian makes contact with Sanchez. Suarez goes through.
Well, that was a bit of an argy-bargy if I ever saw one.
Got a little rough. I think they left some carbon fiber out there.
Yep, we're on the last lap here, and it looks like Ian is making a run here.
Oh, Ian's got a run.
Takes it wide,
He
wide.
might get a better run.
They're still side by side. Yeah, exactly. You should carry more speed from the larger radius of the outside if you don't lose traction. And he's a nose ahead here. But Ronnie has position, throws it in. A little bit of contact.
Yeah. John's taking the checkers. Great run, John.
John Ludden brings it home. David Poole in second. Ronnie Nunez brings it across in third. Ronnie Suarez and Ian Jellicoe and Christian Sanchez still on track. It looks like Ronnie's showing that pace that he was, we suspected he had there behind Ian, because he's got a good gap now. I don't think he's going to be challenged.
Yeah. I think Ian's got a little aero damage too, so there's probably nothing he's going to be able to do. But
so Ronnie Suarez fourth, Ian Jellicoe in fifth, Christian Sanchez in sixth, Chris Moses in seventh, Kevin Kirkbride in eighth, Al Merrimon in ninth.
Ooh, looks like he just gave that position to Jeremy Bryant.
Oh, well, I'm seeing Bryant ninth and Merrimon 10th, Greg Myers 11th. No, Aaron Parsons in 11th.
Oh, Olsen and Walters are still battling. And Walters makes him. Oh, they cracked. They hit hard. Walters dove in there late. Oh, and he gives the position back. That was good. That's good sportsmanship.
Yeah, sometimes you go for it, and if you mess it up, you just got to man up and pay the price.
Yeah, I think maybe that's what happened to Al too. Maybe he had made contact or something with Jeremy Bryant and let him by.
Well, that was entertaining.
Yeah, heck of a race. Lots of action. This track kind of makes for a lot of good action.
Yeah, I think that's what we were saying before the race, is that expected there'd be, good room to race side by side, passing opportunities when people make a mistake, and frustration when they don't.
Yeah, that's a good way to sum it up.
Where are we going next week, John? Did you notice?
I think we are in Portugal at Algarve, one of my favorite tracks.
Ooh, long time. I haven't been there.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Well, that's a classic old track. It's been around a long time, but not one that I don't think it's been on the current Formula One circuit, has it?
No, I don't believe so. I don't think that's an old track. I think it's a pretty new track.
Well, we'll have to take a look when we get there next week.
Exactly. Now, everybody be sure and tune in on Monday for the Formula 72 Lotus Formula Series. We're going to be at Monza, and it's going to be a riot.
No chicanes, lots of speed, lots of drafting. I'm looking forward to it.
Same here. Hopefully it won't be a bloodbath like Spa.
No, it will. I predict it will not be as bad as Spa, and the racing actually will be much better when it comes to wheel to wheel. So thanks everybody for watching tonight, and we'll see you next Thursday for the Thursday night North American Grand Prix GT Championship Series. Take care, John.
Yeah, you too, Marty. We will see you next week.